Hi Jeffy, I've had a look at your code actually. Yeah, there's a bunch of little things that's kind of messed up. There's tags that are missing. It's probably about 4 or 5 things that are causing this, and it's the only thing I can do. Now, I may be able to get to it today. You'd have to post the site up to a sandbox. I'll send you some information how to do that, or send me the login information for your site. I'll download a copy and see if I can fix your footer. But there's tags have been knocked out of place. Actually, even within the tags themselves, there's some extra quotation marks. Like right here, for example, for the target of blank, it's closed off with 2 quotes. You only need 1, and that can cause problems. There's a section tag right here, a closing section tag, but somehow it's been knocked out of the open. So you're missing a section tag altogether, which is huge. That defines what goes within that area. And you're missing the side tag as well somewhere in here. The side tag was not closed before the footer. So there's a bunch of little things. Typically what I do in this situation is I just grab a fresh copy of the footer and I start again. And I'm going to actually recommend that you do that, because that's what I would do to fix it. Because for me to go through and try and figure out where the tags are coming from, I'd have to compare it to the original. And in most cases it's easier just to start again. And I'm going to suggest you do that. Go and download a fresh copy of your template. Go grab the footer LBI. From the fresh copy, grab the library shared footer LBI. Make a backup of this one first. Like go into your footer, right? This is a different template, but you would find your footer LBI, copy and paste the one that you have right now. So you can maybe just copy the content, the text if you need to, from the broken one into the new one. But yeah, I've had a look, and normally I can say, oh, go and remove this quote right here, and like as an example, I would say go and remove this quote right here. That solves one problem, but the problem is, like I said, there's a section tag right here. And that's a major tag. It helps to define what goes into this area, and it's missing altogether out of the code. I'm not sure how. And there's a style tag that's been added, so you've probably modified some of the colors, and that's fine. That's not a big deal. But in the process, somehow stuff has just been knocked out of place. So the only thing I can suggest is do your footer, right? Update your footer, and make sure when you preview a page in your browser first, like put the new footer in, preview the page, make sure everything's in line, make your changes, and every time you make a change, before you close the footer LBI page, preview your page in your browser, make sure it looks good, and then you can continue to change. If something goes out of whack, right? Like if you're working on a site locally, and boom, and your page looks like this all of a sudden, you can go back and you can just do a Control-Z on your keyboard to save your footer page back to a previous state. Alright, keep refreshing until this goes away and gets back to the way it was. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, there's nothing I can spot specifically other than grabbing, like I said, for me, I can fix it for you. I would have to download a copy of your site, grab the footer LBI, and just copy your content over. Because I can't spot by looking at that code, because it's kind of all over the place right now. I can't spot where the problem actually is. I'd have to compare it to the original. And my sort of support policy is, if it takes more than 5 minutes to figure out, start over again. Okay, and that's for what we do here in the office, simply because it's faster to redo work than it is to try and figure out where things went off the rails a lot of the time. But like I said, if you really get stuck and you don't know how to replace your footer LBI, I can help you out with that. But same thing, you probably do it yourself just by downloading a fresh copy of the template, dragging your footer LBI into your site, replacing the existing one, and then starting over.